My name is Adnan and I'm a salesman by profession. My question is just a couple of days ago, I had a discussion with a non Muslim and I told him about Tawheed and about Islam, and I asked him about his belief, whether he believes in idol worship, etc. He said that he believes only in one God and he doesn't believe in any idol worship. And he was very confident when I asked him, do you not worry about what will happen to you when you die? Will you go to heaven or hell? He says, God has given me birth and he will take care of me. I don't have to worry. It's him. I totally believe in him and he will take care. I don't have to worry about that. So I said, yeah, you don't have to worry, but you have to believe in what, God, you see everything around you. He has created everything. So my question is, such people who are not influenced by any kind of worldly things, who are not influenced by their religious people, they are very pure in their heart about the oneness of Allah and they believe very strongly in the oneness of Allah, and they don't recognize Allah as Allah, but they recognize him as God and he's the supreme, and they say that no matter what, he's everything, he's supreme, he takes care of me, and when I die he will take care of me even after I die. So what will happen to such people? Let us say he doesn't believe in Allah, it doesn't become a Muslim, and he dies like that. What will happen to them?
Brother has asked a very good question. He said that, Subhanallah, first of all, mashallah, may Allah give you the ajr for inviting a non-Muslim to Islam. And he said that when he spoke, this non-Muslim brother, he said he doesn't worship any idol. So based on that, it appears that he belongs to a Hindu family. So he said he doesn't believe in idol worship, but at the same time, he believes God is only one. And when brother invited him to Islam, he said, no, you see, that's not important. The God who created me, he will take care of me. See, first of all, we becoming judgmental, that itself is against Islam. Allah is saying, unless they don't believe in Allah and Muhammad Sallallahu, they are not clean by their heart. So you giving a judgment is clean by his heart, you are going against Quran and Hadith now. No person can be clean by his heart unless La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, it gets embedded here. If that is not there, every other thing is just a talk of vanity. If that be the case, why is he working? Let him sit at home. The God who created will take care then. So that statement is very illogical. When you are striving in the world, you are applying all your logic. Why is he working in your company and not working like a labor on the road? So he put a thought process. This is benefiting me. This is good for me. This is best for me. In everything he applied his common sense, and when he has to apply it at the real stage and real place, he's denying it now. So Allah already mentioned about such people in the Quran. Allah said in Surah Anam, Allah said when they will see that punishment in front of them, then they will realize that what was being told to them was not a joke. This is in reality now. On that day it will be asked, if you are so plain in your heart, what is the problem in believing it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Achha, he is saying he believes in a God. Who is that God then? See, just throwing a stone in the air without knowing your target is not the correct process. You can misfire then. You fire a bullet without knowing the target, you misfire. You are saying I believe in a God. Who is that God now? Allah says you can't believe in just saying God is only. See, you and me, we have only one biological father. I just can't say to my father, you see, well, whoever my father is, he will take care of me. I'm not going to call that you are only my father. That statement is very illogical itself. His heart is not clean. It's not pure. He has a different kind of kufr in him, a disbelief in him. It may not be like an idol worshipper, but it is like other people. That is what the kuffar Makkah used to do. See, when you read Surah Zumar, Surah number 39, ayat number 3, Allah says, when it was said to them not to call upon anyone except Allah, they said, we do not call them because they are gods. We call them only because they intercede to the God. Who is that God? And they had no answer to it. The Jews and the Christians. See, when Quran was revealed, there were no English speaking Jews and Christians. So the word God never existed at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then we all know there were Jews living in Medina. We all know there were Jews living in and around Saudi Arabia. What was the name they called the God with? So Encyclopedia Britannica is witnessing, they called God very conveniently as Allah. Meaning they called him Allah. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so specific in the Quran Though they were calling by that name Allah, saying Allah is the only God, Allah said, no, Qul huwallahu ahad. Say to them that Allah cannot be their Allah unless they believe in Him to be ahad. Till you don't believe that, you are actually not believing in one God. Say to them that Allah is a samad. See, they were calling Allah. Now Allah is becoming more specific to them. Allah is saying, no, that is not enough. They may be saying Allah is our God. How? In what sense are they saying that? What is their thought when they are calling me as Allah? Are they believing I am ahad? If that is the case, next step, I am a samad, I am independent. But when they say Holy Father, or when they say Yahweh, Jehovah, see, the concept is ambiguous. It's not clear. It's uncertain. Crystal clear. Allahu Samad. The Allah, the real Allah is a Samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Is that clear to them? That He has no children biologically, no parents biologically. Is that clear when they are calling me? Walam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. And there is none like unto Him. So Allah says, unless you identify that one God with the name Allah and with these qualities, you are actually not believing in Allah. And this is what Allah is saying in Surah Anam, Surah number 6, ayat number 59. Wa indahu mafatihul ghaib. He has the keys of the unseen. You know what is unseen to you and me, Brother Adnan? We do not know his heart. You are judging him based on his words. Allah knows this. This is ghaib to you and me. Allah says, I know that fellow there. No, he is not plain. He is not clear. Why will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be zalim otherwise, na'uz billah? Allah says in Surah Nisa, Surah number 4, ayat number 40, Allah is least unjust. If that person is so neat at his heart, why will Allah throw him in hellfire then? Allah is saying, if you want to be very clear here, what is the problem in believing I am Allah? What is stopping you? What is preventing you? You be honest. He's being dishonest actually. To reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he should give a good evidence. Not to worship idols, he has some, no, I don't believe, he has evidences. Not to believe in Allah, what is his evidence? So he's not plain at his heart. As Muslims, this is where we are sometimes carried away by the shaitan. The shaitan, see, looking at Mother Teresa, these people giving good services, so good humanitarian work. See, the son, there is a son who is serving entire humanity, but he doesn't serve his mother and his father. There is a daughter who is doing all the good services as the nurse in the hospital, but never accepting this is my mother and my father. What do you call such a son and daughter? You say, what is the use of doing all this good when you're not respecting your mother and father who gave you birth? If this is the case, what is the humanity in all the works you're doing when you have not believed in the Creator? So this is all shaitan deception to us. Allah is not unjust. Allah is saying, if I created you, I sustained you, I gave you life, I gave you eyes, it is me who is giving you all the provision. Why are you not accepting me as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Ask him to apply the same logic in the company. Let him say, I don't believe this is my manager, maybe the manager will take care. It doesn't happen. This universe is based on a system. And Allah says, I am the administrator of this system. Acknowledge I am the administrator. Acknowledge it is my system. Acknowledge I am the creator to it. When you don't acknowledge, your heart is not good then. Why is he stop? See, then not just believing in Allah, accepting Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam as the best example. Has he accepted it? No. No use then. What is stopping him to accept Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? So if a person is not loving Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he can't be good at the heart. Whom will he love then? The best amongst mankind is our Rasul Kareem Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Rahmatul Lil Alameen for entire universe. He's a mercy. He's not accepting. How can he be good at the heart? So he is contradicting in his own statements. If so good, why is he stopping to accept it? And this mercy of Allah, this grace, this gift of Allah, born Muslims are not realizing. Allah gave us Islam from birth and we don't understand the importance of believing in Allah and Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. On Day of Judgment, this is the criteria in sight of Allah. If one person who is a Muslim doing evil deeds is still much better than Mother Teresa. That is how Allah is saying. What is the use of doing all humanitarian services when you don't believe your Creator? When you don't believe the messenger whom Allah sent for you? All other good works are of no use. Yes, a Muslim must have been evil in certain actions. He must have been a murderer, a rapist, a cheater. But at least he recognized the Creator. Because there cannot be a greater filth than rejecting the true Creator. There cannot be a greater sin and injustice than denying Muhammad Sallallahu the mercy to mankind, the mercy to universe. This is how Islam puts forward the case. So for him, if he is very good at heart, he should give evidences to reject this. Why? This is something that purifies your heart. He is rejecting the purifier. For what reason? So he is not good till then. I hope I answered that question.